Jai Hind students, welcome to physics class of grade 11. We were discussing about the error analysis and we have discussed all the derivations related to the error analysis. Today we will discuss the problems which are based on the errors. So let me recapitulate which formulas they will be used. The formulas which will be used are: if two physical quantities are added or subtracted, their absolute errors are added, and if two physical quantities are multiplied or divided, their relative or percentage errors are added. For addition subtraction, there is a addition of absolute error. For multiplication or division, percentage error or relative errors are added. And if we are having expression which involves the various powers of various physical quantities, in that case what we have to do? We have to do the manipulation like this: relative error in x equals to p times relative error in a, q times relative error in b, plus s times relative error in c, and plus t times relative error in d. Now let's do the questions which are based on the error analysis. Question number 1, we are given two resistances, 100 plus minus 5 ohm, 200 plus minus 6 ohm, and these resistances are connected in series. Calculate error in equivalent resistance. So what will be the equivalent resistance with error limits? Let's check it out. Now here, let us say the errors are R1 and R2. Let the errors be R1 and R2. Here R1 is 100 ohm and R2 is 200 ohm, and absolute error in R1 is 5 ohm, absolute error in R2 is 6 ohm. If they are connected in series, total resistance will be R1 plus R2. It will be 100 ohm plus 200 ohm. It is 300 ohm, and absolute error in equivalent resistance, it will be delta R1 plus delta R2, because they are added. And what is delta R1? It is 5 ohm and it is 6 ohm. This is 11 ohm. So equivalent resistance is 300 ohm plus minus 11 ohm. This is the answer, right? So what formula I have used? When two physical quantities are added, their absolute errors are also added. Next question. Let us say we are given a heat bath whose initial temperature is 5 degrees Celsius plus minus 0.5 degree Celsius, and final temperature is 35 plus minus 1 degree Celsius. Calculate temperature difference with error limits. So let initial temperature be T1 equals to 5 degrees Celsius, final temperature is 35 degrees Celsius, absolute error in initial temperature 0.5 degrees Celsius, and absolute error in final temperature is 1 degree Celsius. Now what I have to calculate? Temperature difference. Let D represents temperature difference it equals to final temperature minus initial temperature. Final is 35 degrees Celsius, initial is 5 degrees Celsius. So answer is 30 degrees Celsius. What is absolute error in difference? Absolute error in difference is delta T2 plus delta T1. Why? Because if physical quantities are subtracted, even absolute errors are added. So it equals to error in T2 is 1 degree Celsius and in this is 0.5. So it is 1.5 degrees Celsius. So what is the temperature? So temperature difference is 30 degrees Celsius plus minus 1.5. 30 plus minus 1.5 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature difference with error limits. Next question. Let us say all of us has done Ohm's law. Ohm's law says that resistance equals to voltage divided by the current. So here let us say voltage across a conductor is given 100 volt plus minus 5 volt and current carried by conductor is 10 ampere plus minus 0.5 ampere. Find resistance with error limits. So all of you know here voltage it is given to be the V equals to 100 volt and what is absolute error in voltage? It is 5 volt. Current 10 ampere and what is delta I? It is 0.5 ampere. Now R I have to calculate, it equals to V upon I. So V is 10 100 volt, it is 10 ohm. Now what will be error in R? Delta R I have to calculate, but here there is a division. So whenever we are having a division in formula, we use this formula, relative errors are added, not absolute. So relative error in R is delta R by R, relative error in V plus relative error in current. Now what is relative error in V? It is 5 volt by 10, 100. What about relative error in current? 0.5 over 10. So delta R, what is R here? 10 ohm. It is 0.05 plus 0.05. It is 0.10. So delta R is 0.10 multiplied by 10. It is 1 ohm. So I can say resistance is 10 plus minus 1 ohm. If I ask what is percentage error in R? Percentage error in R, it equals to absolute error upon में true value multiplied by 100. Absolute error is 1, R is 10, 100 is this, so this is 10%. So I can write 10 plus minus 1 or I can write 10 plus minus 10%, right? And best way is 10 ohm plus minus 10%, because 10% is percentage error and percentage error has no units. Next is, if we are given a cube What we are given? We are given a cube and L is its side and 3% error is recorded in measuring L, and now error in the measurement of mass is 4%. What is the error in measurement of the density? Now what we are given? We are given that percentage error in measurement of length is 3%. So what will be delta L by L? That is relative error in L. It will be 3/100. And here relative error in mass will be 4/100. So what can I say? That it equal to 0.3 and it equal to 0.4. Right? Now I have to calculate percentage error in density. So how can I calculate? I know density equal to mass upon volume. Mass is m. What is volume? Length, breadth into height. When you multiply them, what will be? L multiplied by L multiplied by L. It will be L cube. Now what is relative error in density? Here there is division. So what I will use? I will use this A by B. So it is delta A by A plus delta B by B. But here L to the power 3. And whenever we are having some power, it means power is multiplied to the relative error. So here power is 3. So it will be multiplied by 3 delta L by L. Now when you put up the values, delta M by M, it is 4/100, and delta L by L, it is 3/100. When you solve this 100, 4 plus 9, 13/100. So this is relative error in density. So what is relative error in the density? It will be 13/100 multiplied by 100, that is the 13%. So 13% is the relative error in the measurement of density. Now, next question is, let's move to the next question. The next question is, the error in the measurement of radius of a sphere is 2%. What will be the error in the volume? It says that error in the measurement of radius is 2%. Percentage error. What is the percentage error in measurement of volume? Now, we know that volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. 4/3 pi r cube. What is relative error in volume? What is relative error in 4/3? No error. They are absolute quantities. Pi, there is no error in pi. Right? So what is error in r cube? It is 3 multiplied by relative error in r. And what is percentage error in volume? Multiply this with 100 delta r over r by 100. So this is 3 into 2%, that is 6%. So answer is 6% error is in measuring the say volume. Next question is, what we are given, percentage error in the measurement of mass and velocity are 2% and 3%. Percentage error in mass is 2% and percentage error in velocity is 3%. What is percentage error in the kinetic energy? Let's check it out. Listen, kinetic energy, it equals to 1/2 mv square. It is 1/2 mv square. So what is percentage error in measurement of kinetic energy? Very simple. Now here again we are having expression of multiplication. So percentage error in measurement of kinetic energy is relative error multiplied by 100, half, no error in half. What is percentage error in mass? Multiplied with 100, and this is 2 times relative error in velocity multiplied with 100. So what is this? Here percentage error in mass is 2% and percentage error in the velocity is 3%. 2% plus 6% equals to 8%. So I can say the percentage error in measurement of kinetic energy is 8%. Okay, let's do another question based on this. If I say percentage error in measuring mass is 2% and percentage error in measuring velocity is 4%. What is the percentage error for measuring momentum? Very simple. What we are given? Percentage error in m, delta m by m multiplied by 100. It is 2%. And percentage error in velocity, relative error multiplied by 100, it is 4%. And what is percentage error in momentum? How much it will be? P equals to mv. So it is equal to delta m over m multiplied by 100, delta v over v multiplied with 100. So how much this is? This is 2% plus 4%, it is 6%. So 6% in measuring momentum. Right? Next question is, now we are given time period of a simple pendulum. Let's do the question which is based on the time period of a simple pendulum. In this question, what you are given? In this question we are given that time period of a simple pendulum is 2 pi under root L upon G, where T is time period, L is length and G is acceleration due to gravity. Measured value of length is 20 centimeter, known to 1 millimeter accuracy. What does it mean? It means that length is 20 centimeter and accuracy in the length is 1 millimeter. And time for 100 oscillations of pendulum is found to be 90 seconds during a wristwatch of 1 second resolution. What is the accuracy in measurement of small g. What it says is that time period for 100 oscillation, this time period, it is given to be 90 second over 90 second and with an accuracy of 1 second. So this time period is for 100 oscillations. Find accuracy in small g. Let's check it out. T equals to 2 pi under root L over G. L over G. I have to calculate percentage error in G. So for that I have to find it out G. What is G here? To find G, squaring both the sides, what I will get? T square equals to 4 pi square L by G. Now this T, it goes to left hand side and T square has to go to right hand side. So I will get G equals to 4 pi square L by T square, right? Now what I have to calculate? Percentage error in G. Now percentage error in G, it is given by delta G by G multiplied by 100. Percentage error in 4 pi square, no error. Percentage error in length, delta L by length multiplied 100 and T square, take power 2T by T multiplied by 100. Now what is delta L? 1 millimeter. And what is delta? What is L? 20 centimeter multiplied by 100 plus 2, it is 1 second by 90 second multiplied by 100. 1 millimeter means 10 to the power minus 3 meter. And 1 centimeter means 10 to the power minus 2 meter multiplied by 100. 25 is 100. 1 0 is again cancelled. So this is 20 by 9. If you solve this, 10 to the power minus 3. Let minus 2 go to numerator, it will be plus. So 10 to the power minus 3 plus 2 multiplied by 5 plus 20 over 9. How much is 20 over 9? 9 2 is 18. Again 9 2 is 18. 2.22. So and what will be this? 0.5. 0.5 plus 2.22. So answer is 2.27%. So percentage error in measuring acceleration due to gravity, it is 2.27%. Right? Next is find relative error in Z if I have to calculate relative error in Z, and Z is given by Z equals to A to the power 4, B to the power 1 by 3 divided by C D to the power 3 by 2. Calculate relative error in Z. How can I calculate the relative error in Z? What is the formula for relative error in Z? Relative error in Z is delta Z by Z equals to 4 times delta A by A, 1 by 3 times delta B by B, and delta C by C plus 3 by 2 times delta B by B. So this is the relative error in Z. Next is next question. A physical quantity x is given by x equals to a square b cube cube c over under root d. Percentage error in measurement of A, B, C, D are 4%, 2%, 4%, 3%, 2%, and 1%. Find percentage error in X. Now, what is percentage error in X? Delta X by X multiplied by 100 equals to 2 times percentage error in A plus 3 times percentage error in B plus percentage error in C plus half percentage error in D. This is 2 multiplied by 4% because percentage error in A is 4% and percentage error in B is 3%, percentage error in C is 2% and percentage error in D is 1%. 8% plus 9% plus 2% plus 0.5%. 17, 19, 19.5% is the answer. So 8, so 19.5% is the answer, right? Next is what I am given. I am given there is a physical quantity Young's modulus. Its formula is given to be 4mg capital L by small l pi d square. M is mass, L is length, and small l is elongation, and d is the diameter. I have to calculate what is percentage error in Y. Now what I am given? I am given that L equals to 2.890. Units are not specified. M is given to be 3.0. Small d is given to be 0.082 and small g, that is acceleration due to gravity, 9.81, and L is given to be 0.087. Now it says calculate maximum percentage error in the value of Y and mention which physical quantity causes maximum error. Now in such cases, when it is not given, what we are sure? We are sure that there is error in this last digit, there is error in the last digit, there is error in this, there is error in this, there is error in this. Because if it is 7.4, it may be possible that it is just rounded off. So this last digit is uncertain. So I can say here delta L, it is 0.001, delta M 0.01, delta D 0.001, and in G it's a constant, it's 0, and what is delta L? 0.001. I think you can calculate delta Y, percentage error in Y, multiplied by 100, delta L First let me calculate relative error in y. It equals to 4 has no error, error in mass plus relative error in length plus 2 times relative error in diameter, relative error in length. Just put up their values. It will be 0.01 by 3.00. Delta L, it is 0.001 upon 2.890 plus delta D 0.001 upon 0.082 plus 0.087 divided by 0.010.087. You just find out its answer. Now, which value is having maximum impact on the uncertainty in y? Now, can you tell me which physical quantity has caused maximum uncertainty in y? It is D, diameter, because here this is the square of the diameter. Thank you and have a nice day.